Clavicular is the world's first male-to-male transgender, and after his nose surgery, I think I can finally talk about this, because let's keep it a buck. Is this not all just gender-affirming care? The whole modus operandi of looksmaxing is to ascend to the Chad status, and what really is a Chad? Just an evolved male. And when you're getting surgeries to affirm this evolved male ideal, is that not gender-affirming care? That's what they use for trans folks. But I just wanted to talk about this because Clavicular just got his nose done, and it's not what he thought. The grass is not always greener on the other side, and I just wanted to ask the question, should we be romanticizing and promoting plastic surgeries? Because at the end of the day, self-love is the strongest thing you can have, and Clavicular is truly the antithesis of self-love. His entire career was spawned from his own insecurities. We got some interesting tea to talk about today, twins, so just come tap in. Comment for the algorithm. So to give you guys some context, Clavicular got 2 new surgeries recently, a rhinoplasty and an otoplasty, if I'm saying that correctly, which is a nose and ear surgery respectively. And this nigga decided to go to Dr. Miami for the nose surgery. Plastic surgery is just something I didn't expect out of Clavicular. He was doing things like bone smashing and stuff. And when you're doing things like bone smashing, I guess you set the bar so high that you forget about plastic surgery. I guess that was 2010s. In the Grand 2-6, we inject our DID and we take peptides.
Nobody on earth is perfectly symmetrical. We know that, right? Everybody is slightly asymmetric. Nostrils are like sisters or brothers. They're not like identical twins, all right? Your left nostril is slightly wider than your right nostril. Both of them are just slightly wide by like perfect, beauty standards, right? Okay.
And just keep in mind, like, Dr. Miami literally talks about the beauty standard, and he talks about one nostril being wider than the other, but honestly, bro, that stuff is really stupid. As humans, we're not perfectly asymmetrical. You might have a longer arm than the other, and even if you're not perfectly symmetrical, does that mean you're not beautiful? Hell no. And I think that's what really makes Clavicular such an interesting specimen to talk about. This guy is the embodiment of insecurity. He does all of these things because on a fundamental level, this guy hates himself. No grown-ass man who loves himself is gonna be having a conversation with Dr. Miami about how they can fix their nose. And like I said in my video about natural selection, they're next on the chopping block, bro, because this just isn't okay. This type of self-hating, self-insecure content is just being pushed on such a wide spectrum. And I'm saying niggas are on the chopping block because this is just leading to destruction. You will never be okay in your body if you're constantly looking for something to fix. You have to enjoy your features. And Clavicular's content is basically brainwashing niggas into not accepting who they are. His whole goal is to prove that pretty privilege exists, and it does. But you can get pretty without putting peptides in your body. You can start looking good without getting rhinoplasties from Dr. Miami. Doesn't Dr. Miami do BBLs? The nigga went to the BBL surgeon for the nose surgery. Do y'all see how Looney Tunes that is? That is some clown behavior. All I'm trying to say, bro, is that if you want to really start looking good, I'll give you the first step. Work out every day and mold your body naturally. Don't hit the gym, do your push-ups, do your sit-ups, and you'll start seeing progress from there. You're not gonna see progress getting nose surgeries from the BBL man.
Way too small. You and everyone in the chat, you're retarded.
And like I told y'all, bro, the dude hates himself. Someone in his chat told him that his nose is too small and he's just kind of like checking himself in the camera. If he was an insecure person, he wouldn't care about the chat. He wouldn't need validation from his chat. He wouldn't even have gotten the surgery to begin with. I'm gonna show you guys the before and after photos, and just a little spoiler, I actually think Clavicular looked better pre-nose surgery. I thought he looked like a pretty dashing young man. But what I say doesn't matter because at the end of the day, he has to feel this internally, and just seeing these clips, it's clear he does not.
Nose looking fucked. He's literally 6 days out of surgery, still swollen as fuck, but I could tell it's looking good. Alright. Alright, dude. It's bleeding a little bit. There's still some blood, so once the blood goes away, once the swelling goes down, it'll be mogging. That's all there is to it. Alright, botch, alright. Whatever you guys want to say. Whatever you guys want to claim.
And once again, bro, the reason why he keeps talking to his chat and explaining himself to his chat is because he is that insecure. Everybody's calling his nose surgery botched, and honestly, they're not lying. Even if we feel this way about his nose, even if we feel like his nose surgery is botched, if he himself felt comfortable with it, it wouldn't matter. What we say would have no hold on his internal world. It would have no hold on his self, but it does because Clavicular hates himself. And remember when I told you about gender affirming care? These are all surgeries to affirm his identity as a male. This is truly the first male to male transgender, because how many surgeries do you need to feel like a man, my nigga? Not saying that's a bad thing, but let's just call a spade a spade. Looksmaxing is essentially a white supremacist guide to transitioning as a white male. That might be revolutionary. And as you can see on the before, his nose kind of flares up while in the after it goes down. And honestly, I think the before photo looks so much better. He seems like he has so much more life in him, and the nose, it was also unique to him. But the other nose is based off of like white male beauty standards. He's trying to fit some type of criteria, and that instantly makes the nose go down in points for me. And that's low-key the issue with some of these cosmetic surgeries. Everybody wants to look a certain way, or we have these beauty standards that people idolize and pedestalize, and when everybody gets it, now you got drones, now you got Buzz Lightyear toys. The nigga Clavicular is turning himself into a Buzz Lightyear toy. And yes, this may be like a Chad Buzz Lightyear toy, but you're still a Buzz Lightyear toy, my nigga. You're still a robot, you're still a clone, you're still one of a million toys that could be picked. So for all you niggas listening, just be yourself so you don't turn into a drone or a Buzz Lightyear toy that could be available at any local Target. But now the next thing I want to talk about is the autoplasty, which is the ear surgery. And I'm not too sure why he got this, but according to this tweet, is because niggas were calling him monkey ears. And that is just so crazy, gang. If anonymous individuals on the internet is enough to make you alter your body, there is something seriously wrong. This is like a mental illness echo chamber, but nobody wants to say anything because everybody's all ill.
Grab your mirror.
Oh, Moggs. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Right?
Way better, yeah.
Look at that. You can see the difference now, one side and the other.
I like it.
Way better.
Yeah.
But I don't see Moggs pretty hard.
Ooh. Oh,
What?
I'm so annoyed at you.
For what?
You didn't need this.
If I wanted it.
Even his Sydney Sweeney lookalike girlfriend was telling him, nigga, you tripping. And she's not wrong. He didn't have to do any of these things to himself. Clavicular is literally in such an interesting spot in his life. The dude is wildly successful, but you can tell he's still trying to fill this void. The nigga's still trying to max out on pretty privilege even though he's already touched a couple M's. Can we not agree that endlessly pursuing this looks maxing evolution kind of comes across as like a hollow thing? I mean, what's the end goal here? He's already achieved this mainstream success as a streamer. He can do anything he wants with his free time. Why is he still modifying his body based off of what, like 4chan beauty standards? I mean, I know the reason, and that's because when you don't love yourself, you're always gonna need to find something to improve. But it's just kind of crazy to see from my perspective. And he has a shorty around him to tell him he tripping, but like I keep saying, the dude doesn't feel good about himself. With all that being said, if I had to tell you guys one thing, it's just to love yourself. The internet is such a distorted place, and it's so much comparisons. We're constantly exposed to so many different people, and people we may even find attractive, and because of that we're gonna compare. But you can't do that. You cannot hate yourself, and you can't be like Clavicular. Even if he has achieved this type of success through streaming, there's still something in him missing. Self-love is where happiness is found, and if you're like Clavicular or you go down this looks maxing path, you will never be satisfied and you will never love yourself. You're gonna keep going down this endless pursuit of looking like a Chad, and you're gonna keep modifying your body to do so, and by the time you get to the end you may barely recognize yourself, and that's a true horror story. That's really all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. I love you all. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.
Say my pain away.